How's it going, everybody? I hope you are having a fantastic Sunday, enjoying this beautiful weather, depending on what part of the country you are in. So today we are going to go over 5 basic things you should bring with you every time you go off-roading. So just to reiterate, these are basic things, and yes, there's tons more stuff you should bring with you every time you go off-roading just to be safe, for that peace of mind. But these are things I feel like most people probably have already, and if you have to go out and buy them, they're not going to break the bank. So without further ado, let's get right into it and see what we're looking at. All right, first up on the list is an axe and a shovel. I usually keep my shovel mounted on this same mount you see right here. I'll put a link in the description in case anyone's interested. I love this thing. As you can see, it locks, holds the axe on the bottom and shovel on the top, or you can flip it and hold it any way you want. Having an axe and a shovel with you on the trail should be pretty self-explanatory, I would imagine, but it's always good to have these just in case, if you get stuck, you can probably dig yourself out, or, dig enough hole around your tire to lodge a rock or a log in there or whatever to give you a little traction to get out. And having the axe, you never know when you're going to find branches falling over on the trail, blocking your way. So this stuff's pretty self-explanatory, so that's why I listed it number 1. And most people have these laying around. If not, you can get each of these probably for 15 or 20 bucks at any hardware store, so check this out. Okay, next up on the list, I would definitely recommend either bringing a tow strap, seen here on the left, or better yet, a snatch strap, seen here on the right. And I will make a follow-up video sort of going over the similarities and differences between both of these. If you're just starting out and want to save a little money, you can get these tow straps. I believe I got this one exactly at Home Depot for like 20 bucks. Snatch straps are probably about twice as expensive, but definitely better in the long runs. If you do get stuck and have one of these, it's fairly easy to pull yourself out, assuming you are going off-roading with a friend at least, who will be able to actually do the pulling. One quick thing to mention, if you are getting these, I would recommend not getting them with the metal hooks on the end where they attach, because if the hook comes loose for some reason, or if the strap breaks and that hook comes flying loose from your truck or whatever vehicle is pulling you out, that quickly becomes a deadly weapon that can either damage your truck or you and put an end to your day quickly. So avoid any kind of metal hooks at all costs. And the third thing to bring with you when you go off-road is a friend. Sadly, I'm here all by myself. I do not have any friends with me, which is pretty much why I just stick to the mall parking lots for now. However, if you do have friends, make sure you bring one with you for safety and security. Plus, it's just more fun when you go off-roading with more people, especially if you're into making videos like I am. You can have someone film you, or you can film them while you're going over whatever obstacle. And if you all know Murphy's Law, if you go off-roading with a friend, nothing bad will happen. If you go by yourself, everything will hit the fan quickly. So always bring someone with you, even if it's a relatively easy trail you've been on before and you know what to expect. You never know, you could make one little mistake, get a flat tire, and it's a pain in the butt to change, usually by yourself. Always good to have a friend with you when you go off-road. Keep that in mind. Okay, next up on the list, I recommend you bring some sort of stick. You can see right here, this is just an old broom handle. If you don't have one of these laying around, you can obviously buy something cheap at Home Depot and make that work. Make sure it's at least a few feet long, and when you're off-roading, you can always walk through the woods when you're taking a break and grab some relatively straight stick that'll work as well. If you think this sounds stupid, and I know it sounds a little weird at first, I will link above to a video where you can see what happens when we did not accurately check to see how deep a mud pit was. And I can pretty much assure you the guy in that video whose truck was stuck probably wouldn't have attempted that pit if we'd all know how deep it was. So obviously you can use these sticks to check for the depth of mud pits, not only just the water, because obviously you can usually not see clearly through that, while the bottoms of some of these mud pits might be hard enough so the stick won't break through, and maybe you can even walk through it. The weight of the vehicle might easily push through, so if the mud pit's only 1.5 feet or 2 feet deep, you could sink another 1 to 2 feet, or the sky's the limit, and that'll quickly change your outlook on that specific mud pit. In addition to checking the depth of the mud pit, I like to use the stick to check for hidden rocks, because while the depth of the mud pit might be fine after you check it, the water's usually too dirty for you to see anything hidden in there, whether it's a big rock or a sharp piece of wood or whatever. You don't want to run through there and hit that at full speed, whereas if you knew if the obstacle was there, you might have taken it either taken a different line or taken it at a much slower speed so you don't break anything unnecessarily. So always bring a stick with you, easiest thing to find. Okay everyone, and the last thing to bring with you when you're going off-roading is just some basic tools. Obviously I'm not going to bring all the basic tools I'd recommend, but just to start with, definitely have a complete socket set, or near complete in this case. Other good things to bring are a screwdriver set, maybe a power screw gun, power drill, impact driver, all that stuff, because oftentimes you might have minor things you can easily fix if you just have the right tool. Obviously you're not going to be able to fix gigantic, huge mechanical issues on the trail usually. And in a perfect world, yeah, you'd have every tool at your disposal when you go off-road, but I don't think anyone's really going to lug their entire tool collection with them every single time they get off the beaten path. So just use common sense, bring a few things just in case, help you out in a bind, or help out whoever you're going with. Okay everyone, that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing. Comment below on if you have an idea for other basic things to bring off-road. I will be doing a follow-up video where I do more, I don't want to say advanced things, but probably things most people would probably have to buy that are also good to have when you go off-road. So if you picked up a few useful tips, please comment below, let me know what they are. Give the video a like, please consider subscribing. Hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I upload, which is usually twice a week. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.